Alright, so from 2020 onward, as long as we remember what the answer is, I'm going to just say it's a repeat question, and you all will have to go back and watch the previous years, or you should be watching it from 2018 up the road, so you all will see what the repeat questions are going to be. So, number one. So x squared will be less than y squared. Modulus of x is f of x plus 2. Taking the modulus of x and sending it up 2 pieces. A. Andrew works all day is P. He is distracted is Q. He will complete the report is R. If Andrew works all day and is not distracted, if Andrew works all day and is not distracted, then he will complete the report. P and not Q, then R. P. Number 4 is a repeat. X minus 1 is a factor. So 1 minus 5 minus 10 plus R is equal to 0. 1 minus 5 is minus 4. Minus 4 minus 10 is minus 14. Move it across. Positive 14. Repeat question, but I can't remember what it was. So contrapositive. Oh, let me put back the same table I have for every single logic and reasoning question, right? Was it here? No. Here. Right. Nice. So by seeing this more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times coming up the road, all will be able to know what the inverse, converse, and contrapositive of the statements are. So the contrapositive is, let me say this is, if Jomo is a minor is P, then he is rich is Q. Not Q is he is not rich. Then not P, he's not a minor. Right? And I mean, that's a poor choice of words they would have used for number 6. Now the minor they're talking about here is a minor in like a coal miner and so on, right? Given that this is equal to f of x, the range of positive values for x. Okay, so this is a repeat question. I think it's x is greater than 2. All I have to do is differentiate or get the axis of symmetry, which is minus b over 2a minus 6 over 2 into 3. Sorry, b over 2a. No, it's supposed to be, yes, minus b over 2a. So minus 6, which is going to give my plus. So we're going to get 1. So x is greater than 1 is going to be where the function is 1 to 1. And this is equation. So alpha plus beta plus gamma is minus b over a, which is 2/5. This is a repeat question. This is 4t to the power 4. Ooh. Throw this up. Throw the 2 up. Leave the minus. So go on my calculator. The number we're gonna get is log of something to base 8, right? So we're going to get 18 plus, well, 18 multiplied by 2 to the 4 to the 8 divided by 9 is log of 16 to base 8, and log 16 to base 8, if I say that is y, 8 to the power y is 16, 2 to the power 3y is 2 to the power of 4, 3y is 4, and y is 4/3. B is the answer. let's just change this to base 2. Log a to base 2 is going to be, we're going to get log 16 to base 2 divided by log a to base 2. I change log 16 to base a, that is 5. Log a to base 2 is log 16 to base 2 divided by 5. Log of 16 to base 2, that is log of 2 to the power of 4. So bring the 4 in front, leave the 5 below, 4/5 is the answer. Which of the following intervals is in the domain of f of x? But first things first, x can't be negative. Alright, so 2 only is the answer. This have a negative, this have a negative. So 2 only is the answer. The solution set for modulus of x minus 3 plus modulus of x plus 3 is equal to 6 is... Alright, so let me rearrange. We could use definition of the modulus function first. We can test as well, you know. Alright, let me go through using the definition of the modulus function and separating this into cases, right? So we know that how the modulus of x minus 3 is either x minus 3 or minus x minus 3. And we know the modulus of x plus 3 is either x plus 3 or minus x plus 3. So let me take case 1, where we take in x minus 3, the two positive values, plus x plus 3 is equal to 6. 2x is 6, x is 3. Let me take this with this. So we're going to get next case x minus 3 plus minus x plus 3, which is x minus 3 minus x minus 3. X minus x is 0. I'm going to get minus 6 is equal to 6. So this one here going to have no solutions. Next, let me take this and this. X plus 3 take away x minus 3. So the x take away the x, we won't get no solutions there. And let me take these two, which is going to be minus x plus 3 minus x minus 3 is equal to 6. Minus 2x is 6 and x is minus 3. So the only two solutions for this is going to be minus 3 and 3. Damn. Okay. Number 14, given that f of x is e to the 2x plus k, where x is greater than k. X is greater than k and k is a real number. Oh, good. The inverse function. Okay, so let y equals e to the 2x plus k, interchange. X is e to the 2y plus k. Move it around. X minus k is equal to e to the 2y. Take ln is equal to 2y ln e. So ln of x minus k over 2 is equal to y. Ln x minus k over 2, which is a. This is a repeat question. The answer for this would have been 12. 12 or minus 12? Now I know the working for this was, it wasn't that pretty in the beginning. I believe this was a 2019 question. But the alpha, it was 12. Alright, so let me just see these and the I just displaying the working for that question on the screen. Which part of question was by? I know it was 20. Yeah, I know it was 2019. Alright, so let me find it really quickly. Oh, look at you. Alright, so bomb shot solution right here. Go through it. 2019. Pi on 3 was the answer for this. Ooh, okay, we had a dot product these two vectors here. So let me dot product them now. 2 minus 1, 2. 1, 4, 1. We're going to get 2, take away 4, plus 2. There's 0. So when the dot product is 0, the angles are perpendicular. So the vectors are perpendicular. Pi on 2. A is I minus j, B is minus I plus 2j plus k, and OP is that, OQ is that. Oh, geed. Alright, OP dotted with OQ is going to be let me substitute the values of if I substitute them, then dot product them, it shouldn't make a difference, right? So let me dot product them first. A to B, 2A minus B. I'm going to get 2A squared minus 2B squared. 2 into A squared minus B squared, which is 2 into A plus B into A minus B. Yeah, let me plug in the values first. All them squared and thing, I like to work with it. Alright, so let's plug in the values for A and B to get OP. So OP is going to be A, which is I minus J, plus 2B minus I plus 2J plus 3K. So the easier thing to do here actually is to put it in column vector format. So 1 minus 1, 0, plus 2 into minus 1, 2, 3. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 4 is 3. And 0 plus 6 is 6. That is OP. And then 2A, this is OQ. 2A is going to be 2 minus 2, 0. Minus B is minus 1, 2, 3. 2 plus 1 is 2. Minus 2 minus 2 is minus 4. And 0 minus 3 is minus 3. So when I dot these two, minus 1 by 2 is minus 2. Minus 12 minus 60 by 3 is 18. This is going to be minus... Oh, 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, good. Sorry for the first entry here, I make a mistake. 3 minus 33. B. This is a repeat question. Can't remember what the answer was, but let me go through it. Make T the subject here. So I'm going to get T is equal to x minus 2 all over 3. Throw that inside of here. So we're going to get x minus 2 all over 3 squared plus x minus 2 over 3 minus 6. We're going to get x squared. Write it out here. X squared minus 4x plus 4 over 9 plus x minus 2 over 3 minus 6. Well, y is equal to all of this, right? Multiply everything by 9. X squared minus 4x plus 4 plus 3x minus 3 to the 6 minus 54. Oh yeah. So we get x squared with minus 56 in the end. Bradam bam. Minus 4x plus 3x is minus x. The answer is E. Yeah, D is the answer. So x minus 1, y minus 6, and then x minus 3, y minus 2. Yep. Alright, this is also a repeat. It would have been minus 6 and positive 2 were the answers, so it's the disjointed sets of those two values. F of theta can be expressed as, okay, so we know it could be root 10, and easy peasy, right? Plug in a value for theta between 0 and pi on 2. So that's between 0 and 90 degrees. So let me plug in 31 degrees. So let theta be 31. Let me check and see what f of theta is. This way we don't have to go through the working, right? Cosine 31 plus 3 sine 31, 2.40228. 1525. What is cosine? I seen arctan 3 and arctan a third. So I'm gonna arctan 3 and I'm gonna save that in F. So we're gonna have root 10 into, root 10 cosine of theta 31, take away arctan 2.402281. So the answer is A. I'm just going to show you all that none of the other answers will be correct. So instead of minus F, we're going to have a plus the arctan. Nope. And then we have arctan of a third. So arctan of 1 over 3. Store that in E. So we're going to have root 10 cosine 31 take away E. Nope. And then 31 plus E minus, well, I'll go multiply this by minus 1. Right, 2.056 multiplied by minus 1, and we wouldn't get the answer. So just showing you all that the rest are not accurate. Sine theta plus tan theta over 1 plus cos theta is, we can plug in a value for theta here again. The answers are not that difficult to plug in the value of theta. I'll go leave theta as 31, you know. Sine 31 plus tan 31 divided by open brackets 1 plus cos 31. 6.00 860619. Where's tan 31? That's it. B is the answer. Alright, this is a repeat question. So we take in the parametric equations and seeing which one, when we rearrange, going to give us x take away 3 and x and y plus 4. So when I move this, I get an x plus 3. Nope. When I move this again, x minus 4. Nope. When I move this again, x take away 3, which is what I want. When I move this again, y plus 4, which is what I want. Just check the last one. Again, x plus 3, that is not what I want. So the answer is C. Expressed as the product of two trigonometric functions, sine theta plus sine 3 theta, sine 31 plus sine 3 by 31. And just check all the answers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to store, you could store any answer, right? We go still work with the 31. I store in that in A. So sine A plus sine 3A. Sine A plus sine 3A. 1.51366 761. So 2 sine 2A cosine A. Yep, A is the answer without a doubt. Given that OP is 24, OP is, we had to check and see which one of these given me, where's 24 squared? 576. When I square all and add them together, so I'm going to get 36. Well, I know for sure A can be the answer, right? 36 plus 9. And I'm looking for how much? 576. I'm looking for 576. Let me check the second one. 16 squared plus 16 squared plus 64. 576. Yep, B is the answer. Now, I know that how me using on negatives, it's supposed to be the square root of 16 squared plus open brackets minus 16 squared plus open bracket minus 8 squared. But minus 16 squared is the same thing as 16 squared, so I'm not going to even bother with the negatives, just to make life a little bit faster. A circle has center 1 minus 1 minus 1. The equation of the tangent to the circle at the point 0, 3, so this is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Y2 minus y1, which is minus 3 minus 1 over, y2 minus y1, I'm going good, over x2 minus x1. So minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2 over 1. Minus 2 is the gradient of the tangent, and the only equation that has minus 2 as the gradient is going to be C. The equation of the tangent to the circle. Good. A curve is given by the parametric equations x and y. The Cartesian equation of the curve is, so let me square both and add them together, right? So we're going to get x squared is 16 sine squared theta, and we're going to get y squared is equal to 9 cos squared theta. Add both of them, x squared plus y squared is equal to, actually, I'll lie. Rearrange to get x sine theta and cos theta, right? And then square them. So we go get x over 4 all squared, which is x squared over 16 is sine squared theta. And then we're going to get y squared over 9 is equal to cos squared theta. Add them together, x squared on 16 plus y squared on 9 is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta, which is 1. And we want to multiply everything by, from the looks of it, multiply everything by 144. So 144 divided by 16 give him a 9x squared, and it's going to give me the 16y squared is 144. 9x squared plus 16y squared is 144. A vector equation for the line through the points A and B is, this is a repeat question, I believe from 2018. So for the first, for A, B, and C, we go into the point A. And then we have to go in the direction of AB. So let's do our process of elimination, right? For part A, I will go onto A, but I'm not going in the direction of AB. All right? So part A is out of the question. Part B, I'm going onto the vector. Part B could be it. Part D could also be it. Minus 2i. So let's check and see what the vector AB is. AB is minus OA plus OB, which is minus 3 minus 4, 7, plus OB is 1 minus 1, 6. Minus 3 and 1 is 2. Minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5. 7 and 6 is 13. So 2 minus 5, 13. And if you realize this is minus 2 minus 5 minus 13. So we eliminate this, right? One time we could eliminate the 4, 3, and minus 1. What this telling me here, this telling me I am on the line AB, but instead of going from A to B, I'm going from A to negative B. That is all it's telling me. Might make sense to you all right now, but for those of you all who would have done the vectors with me, it don't matter which direction on the line AB you go, once you go in a direction on the line. I'm going in the negative b direction. Cool. So the answer for number 29 is D. General solution. So 2 theta is equal to 2 n pi plus or minus pi on 3. Divide everything by 2, n pi plus minus pi on 6. C. I don't know if there's a repeat, but we're going to go through it. I know it can be A for sure. So there we go. V by du dx minus u by dv dx 6x plus 3 minus 6x minus 2. 3 take away 2 is 1. Answer is B. The gradient at x is equal to pi on 6 on the curve y is equal to sine x is, when I differentiate sine again, cosine pi on 6. Jump on your calculator. Those of you who could get the exact value, no scene. Cosine of pi on 6, like 30 degrees, 0.866. For those of you who cannot get the exact value, once you get your irrational number, square it, you're going to get a fraction. 3/4, and then square root 3/4 to get your answer. When I square root 3/4, I'll get root 3 over root 4, which is root 3 on 2. Bam shot. Right, one thing to take into consideration, make sure the answer you got was negative or positive, and just put the negative or positive in front of your answer over here. So for cosine of pi on 6, if this was negative and I square it, I'll still get 3/4. But when I square root in it, I'll put the minus in front of it. That's all I'm saying. The second derivative of this going to be, when I differentiate this twice, I'll get 9x squared, then I go in and get 18x. So it's either these two. So it's either plus or minus. So that's what I'm looking for. Alright, that's all I'm looking for. I have borderline with this and this. I borderline when I differentiate. When I differentiate cosine, I get a negative sign. The negative sign will combine with this negative to give me a plus. And when I differentiate sine, I'm going to get plus cosine. So the answer is D. This is a repeat question. The limit as this tends to 0 will be 1, so it's 205. Let's check and see if the denominator is indeterminate. 1 take away 4 is 3 minus 3 plus 3. So let's L'Hopital up the place. 2x minus 3 on top and 2x minus 4 below. Plug in 1. 2 take away 3 is minus 1. 2 take away 4 is minus 2. A half is the answer. Which of the following real functions is discontinuous? So the only one that will give me a bacchanal on the denominator, x over x cubed plus 1. I can solve that because x cubed. Yeah, so A is going to be my answer. I can solve when the denominator is equal to 0. For part B, I cannot solve when the denominator is 0 because I'm going to get x squared is equal to minus 1. I wouldn't get no answers. I'll get an answer for E. Alright, there's a repeat question. What we get here, boy, it was 0.6, which is 3/5 pi. I think it is 0.6. Right, let me still go through it, right? I can't remember right now. The radius of a circle is increasing, so the r dt is 0.1. When the radius is 3, the rate of increase of area, so the ADT is the RDT by the ADR. The ADR is going to be 2 pi r. So 2 pi by 3 by 0.1. Yes, it's going to be 0.6, which is 3/5. 38. The curve y is equal to that has a gradient of 0 when x is 1. If a is a constant, a is. So the gradient of 0 will be when dy dx is 0. So dy dx is going to be 6ax squared plus 10ax plus 20. When x is minus 1, I will get 6a minus 10a plus 20, and this gradient is 0. 6a minus 10a is minus 4a is equal to minus 20, and a is 5. So this was a repeat. I just couldn't remember it was a repeat. In 2012, the price of petrol was $2.31, while in 2019, the price was $3.71. What is the average rate of change of petrol for the period I go just minus, 3.71 take away $2.31 $0.40. 3.71 take away 2.31 is 1.4. The average rate of change of petrol for the period 2012 to 2019. Alright, so from 2012 to 2019 is 7 years, so it could be 1.4 divided by 7, which is 0.2. 39 is B. Number 40, this is a repeat question. We need to get the modulus between 5 and 4. The modulus between 5 and 4 of 4x minus x squared. And the first piece is going to be between 4 and 0 of 4x minus x squared. And I have to add both of them. So C is the answer. If I wanted to use this, if I wanted to use a takeaway, I would just drop the modulus. Alright, so this one, let x be x on 4. So looking at cosine x on 2. I can't remember which one was the answers for this because it's real similar to the one from before, right? So let me go through the working. So let x be x on 4. So I'm going to get 2 sine squared x on 4 is equal to 1 minus cosine 2 into x on 4. The 2 and the 4 cancels. I'm going to get a half take away a half cosine x on 2. And I had to integrate that, right? We integrated the first piece already. So me about that. I need to take away a half cosine x on 2. So take away a half cosine x on 2. So the answer is A. The rate of change of y with respect to x. So the what dy dx is going to be 6x, that is 4 over x cubed, 4x to the minus 3, minus 12x to the minus 2. So 6x take away 12 over x squared. So the only one minus 4, sorry. The only one with 12 is A. The portion of the curve y is equal to 2x between x is A and x is B is rotated 2 pi radians about the x-axis. So we're looking at the integral of pi y squared dx. And if y is 2x, y squared is going to be 4x squared, the integral dx. Between x is A and x is B, so I'm going to assume B is bigger than A. So, which one of the answers will give me this, boy? So it has to be with respect to x. So they just pull the 4 on the outside. So the answer for this is B. I'm sorry, hear me, B. D. I'm just double checking it here, right? I know it can be a quarter and a quarter. So it had to be either C or D. For C, it can't be x squared dy because you can't integrate them x with respect to y, so it have to be d. Right, a real easy one for number 44, boy. We're going to get 3 multiplied by 4x cubed into x to the power 4 plus 2 all squared. 4 3s are 12x cubed into x to the power 4 plus 2 squared. So the answer is C. And the last one is a repeat question, but we still go through it. I can't remember what the answer is. We're going to get, when I integrate cosine, I'm going to get sine. So I'll get 2 sine 5x over 5 between pi on 2 and 0. And I want to plug in 0, again 0. So 2 sine 5 pi on 2. Calculator. Radians. 2 sine 5 pi on 2 is 2 on top and 5 below. 2/5 is the answer. And that is it for 2021.